Hello, friends. Let us now learn some important points about the sleep disorders. Sleep disorders can be divided into two types. One, we have dysomnias. Second, we have parasomnias. First, dysomnias. Dysomnias are again divided into two types. One, we have insomnia. Second, we have hypersomnia. Dysomnia is abnormality in duration or quality of sleep. If there is abnormality in duration and quality of sleep, then we call it as dysomnia. So, what is insomnia? Insomnia is decreased sleep or difficulty in initiation of sleep in or difficulty in maintaining sleep. If a person has difficulty in falling asleep or sleeping for long time without any breaks, then that is insomnia. Non restorative sleep, that is poor quality of sleep and the patient has no feeling of being refreshed, that is insomnia. If there is no cause has been ascertained for this insomnia, then we call it as primary insomnia syndrome, right, where we cannot find any cause. If any cause is found, then that is secondary insomnia. What are the disorders under insomnia? First, periodic limb disorder. In periodic limb movement disorder, there is sudden contraction of certain muscle groups, especially of the legs, while we are sleeping. This sudden contraction of the muscle group will cause partial or complete awakening of the patient, and sometimes the patient may not be aware of the disorder that he has. This will result in daytime sleepiness. So if you see the treatment is we give benzodiazepines for this condition. Second, restless leg syndrome or ekbom syndrome. In restless leg syndrome or ekbom syndrome is also a type of insomnia where there is uncomfortable sensation in the legs. This uncomfortable sensation is relieved by moving the legs or walking around. So the treatment of this restless leg syndrome is ropinirole, is a dopamine agonist, is given can be given in this restless leg syndrome. Then these are the two insomnias. Then we have to learn some disorders under hypersomnia. Hypersomnia is increased sleepiness, that is prolonged sleep episodes, or if there is excessive daytime sleepiness, then we call as hypersomnia. If 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 in hypersomnia no cause is found for the hypersomnia, then we call it as primary hypersomnia. Disorders associated with primary hypersomnia are narcolepsy. Narcolepsy includes sleep attacks. These sleep attacks are irresistible urge to fall asleep, is sleep attacks. This also includes cataplexy. Cataplexy is sudden loss of muscle tone, is cataplexy. This includes hypnagogic hallucination. Narcolepsy also includes hypnagogic hallucination. Sleep paralysis, where the patient has it is not able to move his body in the morning. That is sleep paralysis. This also decreases sleep latency of REM, sleep is decreased. So, the treatment of narcolepsy includes a regimen of forced naps at regular time. You will have to ask the person to take regular naps every 3 or 4 hours once. We have to give pharmacotherapy like modafinil or amphetamine can also be given. One more syndrome of hypersomnia include we have Kleine-Levin syndrome. This Kleine-Levin syndrome is a rare disorder which is characterized by hypersomnia, that is increased sleepiness, hyperphagia, that is increased eating, hypersexuality. So these are episodic, and between the episodes the patient is completely asymptomatic. Then we have one more group of disorders of sleep which are called parasomnias. Parasomnias mainly include two types. One, we have stage 4 NREM sleep disorders, and we have REM sleep disorders. Stage 4 NREM sleep disorders and REM sleep disorders. Now, these parasomnias are dysfunctional events which are associated with sleep. Here, sleep is completely normal, but there are some things which occur in between the sleep. So, these stage 4 NREM sleeps disorders are more common in children, and patient cannot recall these events in the morning. He cannot recall these events in the morning. So these include: one, we have night terror or sleep terror or pavus nocturnus. Here the patient gets up screaming suddenly. Here in night terror, he gets some dream and he gets up screaming suddenly with increased anxiety, tachycardia, that is increased heart rate, and sweating. But he is not able to recall the event or dream. It is difficult for him to recall the event or dream. This is night terror. Second, we have sleepwalking or somnambulism. Sleepwalking is move around or dress or drive. The person can move around, dress or drive in the sleep. Then third disorder is sleep related enuresis. Sleep related enuresis, this is the most common cause of bedwetting. Here the patient has psychological, this the most common cause of bedwetting is psychological. Treatment of choice for sleep related enuresis or bed alarms which start ringing as soon as the child passes the urine. Drugs like imipramine, some of the drugs like imipramine and desmopressin can also be used in sleep related enuresis. Then we have bruxism. Bruxism includes teeth grinding, that is damage to enamel of teeth is seen in bruxism. Then stage 5, that is fifth disorder, which is sleep talking or somniloquy. This occurs mainly in stage 3 and stage 4 NREM sleep. If needed, if these stage 4 REM sleep disorders are to be treated, then we can use benzodiazepines, which will decrease the stage 4 NREM episodes, and they will also decrease the episodes of NREM. Then REM sleep episodes, these include nightmares, that is bad dreams. Here the person is scared and he has anxiety with increased heart rate and hypertension. Here the patient is able to recall the dream. In in REM, sleep dreams can be recalled. Treatment is tricyclic antidepressants are given for these sleep disorders. So these are the different types of sleep disorders which are seen. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.